go over how to create the sequence and then set up your export, just in case it's helpful to have one with the audio. So here we are in Premiere Pro. What we're going to do is make one very long sequence. Yours might be different. If you shot with 4K, that's 3840 by 2160. I'm using the 4096 one, just because it doesn't matter. Do the one that you do. This is an example. So instead of 4096 here in the horizontal, I'm going to make one long band. So if I multiply that by 3, which is the triptych, I'm going to get 12,288. Okay, we keep the vertical the same because that's going to be the same height for all 3 of your videos. Then you might want to come down here in this preview area and change the width here to 3072 by 540. Okay, so essentially what that's doing is it's making your preview, let me hit OK here. So it's making this preview the same aspect ratio as your kind of giant version, but something that's not going to give your computer fits to process. You may even want to bring this down in quality from full to like 1/16, because don't forget, we're really taxing the computer's capabilities here. So you can call this one whole or something like that. So I'm not going to go through the whole process of making one. I'm just going to show you an example of one that I made exactly the way that I just showed you. So what I did here is I created one very long image, and I just have that text going from the right one to the left one. And if you wanted to just kind of see where the 3 ones fall, I have these the position information for each of these in the PowerPoint. I'll just click on those if you just want to see it, if it's helpful to you. In the position area here, it's changing, and this is the left one. Okay, so once you have your amazing masterpiece done, and you think it's awesome, then what you do is you go back and you create a new sequence. This is going to be your export sequence. Okay, so we're going to go to settings here. Let's change this one. It says EXP sequence. Okay, and then we're going to go to settings, and we're going to leave it this time at its the thing that you shot it at. In this case, it's 4096 by 2160. Okay, so this should be, in other words, one of those 3 different, one part of the triptych. Okay, so we're going to just say okay to that. Here it is here. I'm going to double click it. Okay, and now all you got to do is I'm going to put the one that's fully done here that I created earlier, triptych whole. So here's the export sequence, the new one you made, and then here's the one that's the full long one here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to export sequence, and then I'm going to drag the big one, the triptych whole, right into that. Okay, here's a kind of key point. You want to say keep existing settings. You don't want to use the big long settings here. We want to use just the short ones. Okay, the smaller the settings for the new one that you just made. Okay, and so here it is, and now it's going to default to showing you right in the center of what you've done. And so this is like the middle one that's kind of set up for you. Now if I select this, all we're going to do now is we're going to change the X position and move that left and right to feature the different portions of the screen. Okay, so you can see here, if I want to get it at the left one, for instance, let me just go over, I have all these numbers saved for you here. So what you do is you set it to 6144. Okay, so here I'm going to go to my export sequence. I'm going to select that and say 6144. And now this is the left image, okay? 2048 is the center one, and then the far right one, let's just double click this, and that is minus 2048, okay? So let's just do that here. If I select that and say minus 2048, now it's all blue, okay? So you can select this, export it. Now you're going to export the right, and then change that number to 2048. Select, and then export the middle one and do them in a sequence. Or what you could do is create 3 of these export sequences. You can call it EXP sequence, left, middle, and right. And then for each one of these, change them to be the position for the left, position for the middle, position for the right, and then batch export all at the same time. It's whatever your preference is. So that's the basic idea. And so I hope this helps, and let me know if you have any questions.